How many students had changed their centers out of the 23.33 lakhs?
Yes, the center allotment is only on two aspects, only two factors. One is permanent city and the current city residence. We do not give any specific option with regard to the change of center. Let the correction window is opened up. In that, the field may be changed by the candidates, which will not come to our knowledge.
So that will be permanent or the current city?
Yes, it's only two options. If many,
So once you are registered, you can't change your center.
what they do is, in the name of corrections, some students change the center also, correcting the parameters or the fields of the application form. We give correction window for some time. During that process, only the possibility of change of center.
But you will never know it.
No minutes. That also has to be on the basis of the address.
But you don't have the fields which are originally filled in by the student and the corrected fields.
So far, as of now, the system doesn't catch that.
So we don't know how many students actually changed their centers when the window for correction was open.
We know the correct number of the students who utilized the reopening of the window, in which 15,000 students utilized the correction model.
No, one second. No, one second. 15,000 students utilized the window which was kept open for making corrections in their applications.
And we have
Now, of the 15,000, how many had corrected the field of the center?
They shy away from
One
saying.
second.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Lord, for that, that they should open this window. Rajasthan High Court,
Window to correct the fields. The window to correct the fields. How many days was that window kept open?
2 days only.
What are the days?
Well, 10th.
9th and 10th of April.
9th and 10th?
Not for correction. This is not for correction, my lords.
One second. We'll ask them. This
Factually incorrect.
1 second, Mr. Kaushik, the window to correct the fields, how many days and when was that?
24. List of dates.
On 8th April, my lord, page 99 of the 99 correction. No, don't say.
Now tell us one more thing. The candidate, when the candidate fills in the application form online, does the candidate have to fill in the city or center?
City.
City only.
City only.
Center is allotted by
By the
NTA,
computer.
by the computer. So what they can change is the city, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if a candidate has, say, filled in Guwahati, that candidate during that window can change it from Guwahati to Lucknow.
Yes.
But no candidate can decide on the center. Is that correct?
Lordship is-
Centers are allotted only by NTA. Just check, is that correct?
Yes.
By computer system or
By the computer system.
Center allotment is only 2 days or 3 days before the exact date of exam. So nobody would come to know which center is going to be allocated.
But that's not an issue.
center will be in the same city.
To correct fields, you are saying?
March 20th March, page number 98.
Is it correct? 18th March to 20th March?
18th March to 20th March and 11th April to 15th April.
All right, 1 second.
11th to 15th was additional. New people came 9th.
And 11 to 15.
Yes.
It's apparently 9th and 10th. 9th and
9th and
Now tell us one thing. How many came in, how many corrected their fields between 18th and 20th March?
That data is to be found out.
But you said that 15,000, no?
That is millets when additional slot was opened on the basis of the court orders and representations. Further time was given to make fresh applications.
In April.
Yes, please.
So 15,000.
Yes.
24,000.
Already 8th April to 15th, 11th April to 15th April, you said, no?
No, 8th April to 10th April.
No, no.
No, no.
Correction window
Eighth
is 11th to 15th.
Notification was 8th April dated, and the window was open for 9th and 10th for new registration. For new registration, not for correction, and for correction.
In which?
Sir, I am reading for you from your affidavit and from your document.
What is the window?
I was at page number 99.
Just read it.
Page number 99. This is a public notice dated 13th March 2022. The subject is correction in particulars on the online application form of National Eligibility cum Entrance Exam UG 2024. Now, my lord, I am reading the box, the relevant part. NEET 2024 UG. Duration of correction 18th March to 20th March 2024 up to 11:50 PM.
Right.
Field for correction. So he is even not disclosing it, that what field. It was here. It was specifically mentioned that field for correction is as per Annexure A, and that Annexure A was not. Annexure A was filed on the next page. All fields. This is very important.
So between 18th and 20th March, you could correct all fields.
All fields and update documents except the contact mobile number, email. So other than
All right.
everything has
Now,
to be
which was the second window? We got the first window, 18th to 20th March. What is the second window?
The second
Not for
window
the
is
correction.
9th of April and 10th of April. For 2 days, the second window opened for a new application, a new registration.
at page
And
number
that is for
101.
15,000. They will not say that it is, this is unprecedented. It never happened earlier. They say that they were directed to do this by the Rajasthan High Court. Rajasthan High Court order is on record, which pertained to only one candidate. And High Court said, for this candidate, you permit him the registration.
So 9th and 10th April 2024, you say there were 15,000 fresh registered.
24,000. As per our information.
Now,
that is
already, let's ask him for Kaushik.
24,500.
Mr. Kaushik, now 18th to 20th March 24, how many corrections? That is the window for corrections. Do we have figures about that?
That millets we will have to work out.
All right, and 9th to the 10th of April, how many new applications came?
Yes, that according to our information. We have given the data millets 15,000 applications. New applications were received. Let's,
We'll take your data, just official data.
let's,
And my lord, one more important.
change of
They are
center is concerned, the petitioners have millets focused only at Godhra. In Godhra, the change of center was by only 34 persons, out of which only 16 could be allotted the change of center.
And they are
16
not
candidates only.
getting any admission.
They are not getting millets any.
So come again, for change of centers
Yes,
was by NTA, you changed the center.
by the candidates, by the candidates.
Permitted change of.
Yes,
No, but we took it that a candidate has no choice of change of center.
correction of
City.
no, city. I
City.
stand
You
corrected.
stand
City.
corrected.
Right.
City.
Right,
For
so,
example, Jaipur to Gujarat. And out of.
so do we have, overall, do we have any data on how many students all over the country, say in the first 108,000, we'll now focus on 108,000, no better, had changed their cities?
We will get that data, but we have got the data of Godhra only. It's because the Godhra was the only.
So
city
how many of the 108,000 would have changed their cities? We would like to know that.
That will be possible.
And we would also like to see the distribution of which were the cities that they changed. Was there any change in respect of one of these suspect areas, like Hazaribagh or Patna, or is there any concentration in the change of cities to specific cities?
So there is one interesting statistic.
That will give us some idea.
I have seen one.
Is there any skew in respect of those who got registered between the 9th and 10th of April 24? So after lunch, we are just short of lunch. We'll just break for lunch.
Please.
After all this mental exercise, we also need a little lunch. But what we want to know is this, that those who changed their centers, how many of those have made it to the 108,000? That's one. And second, is there any skew in favor of those who had changed the cities on the 9th and 10th?
We have, let's roughly work out.
Right.
There is
Some people
no
That's
change
very
their
good.
language.
There
Some
is
people
no-
change their language. They said, please give us a Gujarati medium, for instance.
Or language, just
That-
tell us also
so
language.
that fits
So
the
9th, concentrate on 9th and 10th of April. How many students change, how many of the fresh registrations, for fresh registrations also could change their centers?
Yes.
No, no. Fresh registration date is after which the
Can they change the center during that period?
new application is totally different. New applications are completely different.
Can an old student?
Acha, one more. Only confined to one student. Then how did you open up the portal for on 9th and 10th of April 2024 beyond that one student?
Yes.
As a result of which 15,000 students registered. Just 1 second, we have something very important. We'll forget it otherwise. Out of the 15,000 students, how many are in the 1,08,000?
Correct. The reason is, I can give.
Mr. Kaushik, just talk to your staff at lunch and come back after lunch. We'll come
Hello,
back.
Advocate Nadumara here. I think our discussions are going little off. My lord, I may.
That's why Nedumbara is there, no, to ensure that we don't go off.
I may be permitted to address your lordship for just 5 minutes.
Of course, who said no?
No, my lord, before you further proceed, my lord. I was patiently listening
Matthew,
everything,
Matthew,
because
one-
I think the whole issue
One
is, my lord.
one second.
Yes.
One of your colleagues is in
No,
charge of the
I only
argument
want
right
one
now.
sentence to be permitted.
After he finishes, we'll hear
No, my
others.
lord, I only wanted to say one sentence. Hear me in one sentence full.
One sentence.
One sentence only. The whole question before the court is whether the test would be, examination be cancelled and a re-examination to be conducted. The discussion is far away from that.
No, this is the heart of it. We have to look at the evidence, the underlying evidentiary record to see whether
One more sentence. But my lord, that is a major administrative decision. It is not depending on a minor irregularity here or there. It's a major administrative decision. But for a minor irregularity here or there.
All right. Mr. Nedumbara, 1 second. We were a little confused. Are you on this side or on that side?
No, my lord. No, my lord, I am for the petitioners and my submission is,
You are saying no retest.
no, my lord, absolutely, the only way is to conduct a retest.
Okay. Then that's
And my lord, I want
I
to use
thought
a
you were saying no retest.
very soft terminology. I discussed with the IIT professor, he used a strong terminology. I'm not using it. He used the terminology the professor used was my lord, the IIT report. He said, my lord, there are 3 types of lies. Lies, damn lies, and now IIT report.
Let's not.
No,
we
no,
have to-
I'm not using,
Nedumbara,
I'm not saying that,
we'll not use adjectives.
no, I'm not using.
That's not fair.
Childish
Mr.
way of-
Nedumbara,
No,
also
not-
1 second. Let's not just damn it's
No, no,
Premier
I'm-
Institute. It's so easy to say something about a Premier
No, my
Institute.
lord,
This is something.
Give us core facts. Give us core facts.
no, my lord, I'm very
adjectives.
soft on them. I'm,
Give us core facts.
If my lord were to hear the cold
If I
facts,
can
would
point
not
out
know
just
any
one aspect,
standards exam, my lord.
Lord, if I can just say one aspect before my
All
lord.
right, we'll come back after lunch. Yes, man. Your Judges Association matter.
Scope of your lordships and to take,
Today, this will go on. So we'll keep pension matter for judges. We'll probably take it up next week.
anyway.
You're safe today. You can.
Grateful, my lords.
Because
Lord, I
So,
mean, MSME
Mr. Kaushik, now, where is the order of the Rajasthan High Court? We'd like to see the order of the
Yes,
Rajasthan High Court.
Please
Just
give to
may- just let us-
one
One second.
PDF 105 minutes.
In where will we get it?
1053 PDF.
In which matter?
NTA.
Additional affidavit of?
NTA.
No, in
My lord,
7.
1 minute, my lord. 1 minute, my lord. An order was being passed by the High Court, Bombay High Court this morning.
That is that Shivangi Mishra's case?
It is in Manshikaya.
Vanshika.
R13, R12.
10.
Running page 106, PDF 108.
Of the Karnataka High Court.
Karnataka. This is Rajasthan is 106.
Rajasthan High Court, my lord, annexure R13.
R13, okay.
Earlier one is Karnataka.
This was only pertaining to one candidate.
That is not relevant. PDF to cases. Okay, what page is this?
Code of Response File.
Candidate.
Yes.
Okay, my lord, I'll just answer, my lord, that. My lord, we received representations, similar representations. So, my lord, it was thought proper, pro-student measure, that let everyone get an opportunity to apply. But the relevant figures are now, my lord, with me.
No, but this order was in respect of one student.
One
who had-
student only.
Who had not paid his fees.
Correct.
So now what did the NTA do? NTA allowed everybody to apply afresh.
Yes, my lord. Correct.
NTA had received 3,000 presentations and 900 emails on account of inability of the students to make the application due to mismatch, not able to, Aadhaar, authentication could not be done by most of the students. OTP was not received, OTP could not be received and fees could not be made. So all these aspects were the subject matter of these representation. In the light of this court order and the order of the Honorable High Court of Karnataka, we opened up this registration.
But this order had nothing to do with
This
that.
order is
The
only
Karnataka disposed it.
But the
as
relevant
infructuous.
figure is this. My lord, we received, as my learned friend says, because of these difficulties, they could not make the, my lord, appropriate application within time. My lord, we received 15,000 new registrations, approximately, maybe plus minus. My lord, we received 3,000 physical representations and 900 representations on email. But the relevant figure is this. Out of this new 14,094 students, I'm sorry, 15,094 students,
Yes.
those who will be getting admission in 1,08,000 are only 44.
44 students are,
Qualifying for getting admission and are within 1,08,000, which is the total number of medical seats.
14.
And 12,665 candidates are getting less than 200. That means they are failing.
12,000.
665 out of these.
200 marks out of
720.
out of 720.
They are failing. Out of 1,500, 12,000 are 15,000, 12,000 are failing. Just to indicate and satisfy.
Only
lordship-
44 got in at
Yes.
To satisfy our lordship's conscience
Yes.
that this was not, my lord, intended to help someone.
Right.
It was, my lord, a pro-student measure ultimately that we have received 3,000 physical representations and 900 representations on email. Let window be open for 2 days. And the figure new registration is 15,094. 15,085, not I stand corrected.
Oh,
Thousand, 85.
Mr. Huda.
Yes, Lord. Lord, I don't want to spend much time on
No,
that.
one more aspect, Manoj. There was one kind of a discrepancy which was noticed in the first half regarding the Jaipur. Manoj, the chart which your lordships have seen contains where in 2003 and 2004 there was an increase. In 2003, 3% fall within, let's say, first 100, and it became 4. In Jaipur, that is Rajasthan, 2023 also 9 students were in first 100, and this time also they were in first 100. So that chart depicts cities where there is an increase this time, which is from 224, 225. The rest are 110, 110, etc.
Yes.
Lord. On the Lord, IIT chart, I don't want to spend much time, just 2-3 tables I want to show, and I
So
want
now,
to proceed because there is much better evidence on record to show a leak and a systemic.
Now, what are your submissions? Now, why don't you
Lord,
formulate
my
your submission?
submission with regard to IIT chart, first was that there is a conflict of interest. 2, they have taken the data of 23,33,000 to have this bell-shaped curve and to say that it does not show any abnormality. I say 1 or 2 or 3% insertion of other candidates using unfair means can't be detected in such large data.
Yes.
Third, I say the different tables they are giving without declaring the result, they are giving the data only with regard to 2 to 3 cities and not the entire data for the scrutiny of the petitioners. It is a
Yes.
sampling they have done to suit their own. Eight and 9 at page 15. They are drawing, let me kindly see table 8 and 9. How wrong they have gone in their analysis. They are showing a table 8 at page 15. The center-wise rank of top 500. Now, my lord, for 24 is the table 4. So Bhatinda, they say only 5. Sikar, they say 4. Surat, they say 4. Now, my lord, they are comparing this with the data of 23.
Where did you get that table?
Table 8, my lord.
Table 8.
Correct. Table 8 center-wise rank of 2024. my lord.
Yes.
So they focus on Bhatinda, Sikar, and Surat, and they give the number of students. Now the next table, they are comparing the 2 tables to show that there is no abnormality. In the next center-wise rank of 23 of top 500. Now they are comparing Rajkot with Bhatinda, Vijayawada with Sikar, Delhi with Surat. I do not know how they do it. If they are doing a comparison center-wise rank of 2 different years, they have to compare apple with apple. But they say no, we will do it like this, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the argument I'm making is, they cannot take support of this IIT Madras report to say that there is no leak and there is no cheating.
No, that
And
is, that they're
the
doing,
only thing
they are
is
seeing if there's any abnormality, that's all.
they,
Whether there's a leak or not, you have to establish aliende.
Yes, the only thing is IIT Faridabad has not been able to pinpoint the red flags. They say we have not been able to find it. Everything seems to be normal. Now, my lord, may kindly see table 16 straight away, and then I don't want to waste my lord's time on this table because that is not a clinching on either side. Just to show that the kind of inflation is there, which is shown in table 16. And they say this is normal. I say this is not normal. My lord, may kindly see page 17. Now they have given the total number of candidates for 3 years with a rank of 550 to 720. Lord, this is the marks range 550 to 720. This table 16. 2022 in this marks range. Lord, I have done the total. The total of 2022 from marks range of 550 to 720 is 49,134. Lord, may kindly note it somewhere.
24.
49,134 is 2022 total candidate in the marks range of 550 to 720. For the next year, 2023, my lord, the number goes up to 64,520. If I total, my lord, all the 4 categories given here.
For 2022, how much was it?
My lord, 2022, it was 49,134.
Yes.
23, my lord, this number goes up to 64,520.
And?
There is an increase of 15,000 my lord, approximately.
And 24?
And 24, this figure goes to 1,42,137. So the increase is 77,000. So the previous year, the increase was 15,000.
How many students actually appeared in 2022, 23 and 24? Total students?
Yes, Lord, there is an increase of about 1 lakh students.
2022, how many students appeared?
Lord, it is 3 lakh students. 2.95 to be precise.
2.95 lakh students.
It will be more.
And
Can't be,
23.
No, it must be much more.
Can't be. It has to be more.
Mr. Kaushik, in 2022, how many students appeared?
Okay, yes, Lord, I have this.
This is total.
Total number?
1,87,000.
Yes. Lord,
1 lakh?
It is. No, 18
I
lakhs.
have the exact figures.
Once again, 18.
I have the exact figures, Lord.
I've got the figure, correct figures. It's 18,72,343 registered.
18,72,000.
17,64,571 appeared, actually appeared.
17 lakh?
17,64,571. Yes, 22. In 24 minutes.
23?
23 registered is 20,87,462.
Yes. How many appeared?
Appeared is 20,38,596.
And 24?
24 minutes registered is 24,06,079.
And appeared?
Appeared is minutes 33,297.
So between 22 and 24, the number who registered has gone up from 18 to 24, which is about, say, 33% increase. And those who appeared increased from 17.64 to 23, again about say 33%, one-third increase. So as opposed to the increased number of students, about 33% increase, the number in the top echelons has gone up almost by 300%, from 50,000 to 1,40,000.
The increase, but I have another.
Necessarily draw a correlation that therefore the examination is
Maybe
reached.
they have better lot also. But there is a reason given by Lord as
They,
understood by them.
according to you, there was a reduction in the syllabus.
So they have, Lord, IIT Madras, IIT
Disclose in their response that there was a corresponding increase which we have placed on record. There is not a whisper. And just one thing more.
There was an increase in the syllabus.
There's an increase in the syllabus. And neither the IIT Madras is talking. IIT Madras.
How do you demonstrate that there was an increase in the
But
syllabus?
I have a document placed on record, but they can't deny it.
Show us that.
I will straight away show it. Just want to show it here. Just one thing. Increase of number of people in the examination in 2021 was 1,78,000. 22 it was 2.2 lakh increase. In 23 2.74 lakh, and 24 the increase is 2,95 lakh. So the increase is almost linear. From
About 33% increase every year.
Lord, in terms of lakhs, Lord, I'm saying.
It's about one-third, roughly one.
1.7 lakh, 2.2 lakh, 2.74 lakh, and now 2.95 lakh. It's almost linear.
15%.
15% at every year. Here, the jump is, Lord, fivefold. In the number of candidates falling in that category, 77,000. Previous year, the difference was 15,000.
No, but can this by itself be indicative of a leak in the question paper?
No, Lord, I would say there is a smoking gun on the blood. Lord, it's a red flag. Acha, एक second, वो document it.
How do you show that
Lord,
the
Lord, may kindly have my supplementary note circulated yesterday.
Your Lordship would note, even in the first bracket, that is 700 to 720, there is a remarkable jump. In 2022, 99 students, my Lord, fall within.
That goes up to 2321.
And 350 into last year. That is also almost, my Lord, there.
Right.
So that keep on happening because many students, my Lord, appear, they could not make it, they reappear in the next year. These are the dynamics.
In that marks range, 22 to 23, the increase was 15,000. 23 to 24, in the same marks range, the increase is 77,000.
Mr.
I do it there. I do it there, Lord.
You have to have something more concrete.
That's right. I will.
Just give
I'm
us a
straight away coming,
statistical,
Lord, to the best part of my submission.
Give us the best part.
Yes, I am straight away coming just
Yes.
after showing that there is an increase in this labor.
Show us that.
Yes, Lord, allow me, Lord, my supplementary submission circulated yesterday.
Nice. Yes.
This annexure A, page 7. But the following syllabus was increase in the NEET-UG 24 examination topic increase in biology. Lord, this is the topic added. And then, Lord, on the next page, topics increased in chemistry.
Yes.
Then, Lord, page 8 is the topics increase in chemistry. Lord, these are the topics added at page 8. And then, Lord, page 9, topics increase in physics. Notified just 5 months before the examination. $18 topics, Lord, in physics, chemistry, and biology. And what surprisingly, the conduct of NTA is that there is not a whisper that this syllabus is not only reduced or deleted part of it, but it is increased also. They should have come clean.
All right, we got it.
Now,
Ask them.
let's straight away, this honorable court on the last date of hearing directed NTA to identify, first of all, Lord, this honorable court directed that how the paper was set, how it was sent to printing, then how it was sent to the centers. The chain of custody. Now, in the chain of custody, their reply is,
Now you're going to the most important
that's
point.
right, straight up.
So what is the submission now? You just formulate it so
Yes,
that we'll get
the
it.
submission is, their own case is that the questions papers were dispatched for the respective cities on 24th of April 2024. I'm sorry, 24, no. Overall, 24th of April 2024, the papers were dispatched through a reputed courier company, which is a private company in any case. Their name has also come out in everywhere. And it reached the SBI and Canara Bank on 5th of May 2024. 3rd of May, I'm sorry, 3rd of May 2000. It was in rickshaw.
Now, just one clarification. They were sent to the SBI Canara branches in those cities, or what happened? Where were they sent to?
They were sent to the cities.
So wherever that's your total exam, that exam was held in how many cities? 571 centers in 90, how many cities?
571 cities,
4,700
4,750 centers.
centers.
Right, we had said that
Now,
last.
Lord, with regard to the interesting part now comes.
So these papers were sent to SBI and Can Bank in these 571 cities.
That's right. Lord. This is what they say in their reply.
Each of these cities had a SBI branch and a Can Bank branch.
Yes, yes.
All
And Lord, the dispatch, Lord, may I notice this date?
So they were dispatched on 24/4
74.
and reached on 3rd May.
The receipt is 5th of May 2024.
5th.
3rd of May.
3rd.
of May 2024.
So the time gap is about almost 9 days.
Yes, this is one aspect.
He's talking
They
about-
have not divulged. Now, please, Lord.
He is referring to Patna.
I'm not referring to Patna. I'm coming to
We are not fighting.
Hazaribagh and then Patna. I'm not. That is a separate story.
Hazaribagh. in Jammu.
Hazaribagh.
इसका वो सीधा हमारा हमारी सप्लीमेंट्री नोट
Papers were sent uniformly on the 24th of April.
Lord, with
I will
regard to
explain,
Hazaribagh,
as CBI has investigated the entire chain from the printer till it is delivered to the center, and how there are checks and balances, sealing, GPS tracking. If there is any tampering, then the GPS immediately sounds alert that there is at some stage, at this particular place, on this particular date, there is a
BOLR.
there are digital lockers, locks, etc. I have given that detail. There is a 7-layer security, 7-layer safety features. Which,
and now, Lord, what has come on record now? I'm straight away coming to that. It was dispatched on 24th of April 24. I'm sorry, 28th of April to.
But you just said 24th. So was the date of this?
With regard to Hazaribagh,
No, one thing we want to know. Let's be clear on facts. was the dispatch for all centers, all cities on the same day?
Yes, let's from the printing press, but its destinations are different across the country, including Andaman Nicobar. It takes separate time. So we have
That you're right, but for the dispatch across the country, did the papers leave the printing press on the same day?
they start leaving it. They start leaving
When?
depending on the distance between 24th April to 28th April. They are dispatched from the printing press.
May I explain that system, my lord, how it starts and how it is received by the center?
So the printing press basically distributed the answer sheets and the question paper.
There are two printing presses because there are two papers.
Right.
One of them is to be chosen.
Right. So the two printing presses started distributing the the question papers between the 24th and the 28th
in different cities.
in different cities.
24 to 3rd May for others with regard to Hazaribagh, 28th to 3rd of May.
For dispatch.
Yes, my lord. Dispatch for
Can't be.
Hazaribagh, they say in the affidavit, NT affidavit, my lord, I just want to read, because in deference to my lord's direction, that how it was transported, you specify. They have filed a reply. I want to read one paragraph
Right.
of the, my lord, NTA additional reply, page 6. My lord, NTA additional reply. In my case, my lord. Transportation of question papers to custodians, my lord. I'll just read it and not.
Lord, I'm not
Then
taking this
demonstrate.
adversarially, this would help you also. Understand the system.
Please let me read it and then.
All right. Where is the NTA additional reply page?
My lord, page 6, my lord.
958.
Which deals with NTA additional reply, my lord. This is 10th of July.
PDF page 953 in Vanchika Yatram Transportation.
This is 10th of July, my lord, in Vanchika Yadav affidavit.
Yes.
Lord, may kindly see page 6 bottom. They are talking of Roman 8, transportation of question papers to custodians. Say the sealed trunk was handed over to a reliable all India logistic company for transportation and when dispatched based on distance of examination center across the country. The sealed iron trunks for Hazaribagh, Jharkhand were dispatched on 28th of April 2024. The authorized company loaded the sealed iron trunks into a dedicated closed body vehicle and an electronic lock was put on the door along with one-time seal. The moment of this vehicle was tracked by the logistic company. The truck has also the digital lock with a GPS tracker giving real-time information.
Just a minute, please.
This is cool. हम दीवार ही करेंगे मतलब $531 मान के चलो
body vehicle with electronic locks. And on 3rd of May, this paper trunk was found to be traveling in an e-rickshaw, open to sky, being delivered at the Oasis School. And there is a photograph on record, shows the principal who has now been arrested by the CBI is receiving the trunk, not the SBI bank, but the Hazaribagh school principal. The affidavit before this honorable court is factually incorrect and doesn't even capture that basic part. Here, they say on 3rd of May, page 7, the last bullet of this para, the sealed iron trunk were delivered to the concerned custodian SBI Bank at Hazaribagh, Jharkhand on 3rd of May and was kept in a safe vault by the bank. The bank received the trunks and gave an acknowledgement to the logistic company. Now, my lord, straight away, allow me to come to my supplementary submissions, my lord, which I have placed even the photographs on record, showing that where this trunk was being taken in an e-rickshaw, open to sky with one driver.
Can you now formulate your submissions? You're saying that now, you've seen now the broad lay of the matter. Your contention is the leak is absolutely widespread and systemic.
One.
Now, how do you formulate your submission?
Lord, what I say is, because this honorable court pertinently asked them a question.
No, but just formulate it. Just formulate. We're not able to get your point now. We've seen the broad.
There is a systemic failure in conducting the examination by NTA. And the multiple failures, my lord, if I enlist, the failure is multi-dimensional, and if I enlist serial wise, my lord.
Yes, just tell us.
Yes. The transportation of the question paper got compromised when for 6 days the question paper remained in the hands of a private courier company. And in support, I have to say about the evidence on record indicating that the question paper for this examination was being transported in an e-rickshaw 2 days prior to the examination.
At Hazaribagh, no?
At Hazaribagh. On 3rd of May. And instead of it being taken straight away to the bank, probably there was no clarity on the direction where the question paper will go. So the e-rickshaw driver took it to the Oasis school.
No, that's not what.
If your lordship.
I will read that. I will read.
Lordships read the caption below the picture. My learned friend is perhaps not reading that.
Where are you reading?
That's the same picture which is being displayed on the
Let me read just one news item and show this newspaper. Page 12 of my written.
Just a minute.
My supplementary submission, may kindly have for a moment. That will clinch it.
That only I am reading.
Just to read.
Allow me to read.
He says that these are the question papers, but picture shows.
My lord, may kindly see page 11. My lord, may just.
OMR sheets.
OMR sheets. After the examination.
It is the 3rd of May. Lord, may allow me to first read, my lord, annexure B at page 11 of my supplementary submission. This
Therefore,
news item and then the photograph, my lord, I will show that.
Incorrect version of the situation may not be. My affidavit is with regard to.
Huda, now you have to formulate what your point is. You said
yes, Lord,
that there was a systemic failure of NTA in conducting the examination. 1, transportation was compromised. The packet remained with a private courier company for 6 days and transported in an e-rickshaw at Hazaribagh on 3 May 2020.
3rd of May 2000, which was received by the principal and instead of the custodian, that is the SBI. And now the information with us is that this principal of Hazaribagh has been arrested for being a conspirator in the leak. He was part of the NTA. He was a city coordinator.
Then what is the next point?
Milord, the next point is the dissemination of the leaked paper was happening from 3rd of May itself. And the evidence of the chat on the Telegram, etc., indicate that the sold paper was being circulated on 4th of May, not 5th of May.
Where do we get that?
Milord, with regard to that, Milord, I have two submissions. One, Milord, in my submission, Milord, what I had said was that there is a flame blare channel which had disseminated the sold paper.
Where is that?
Milord, a question paper. Milord, that I have, Milord, if I can straight away show my first note, Milord, I have said it. They have responded to my first note, thankfully, and they are not commenting on that. I want to read, Milord, page 6 of my first note.
Where is the first note?
Milord, 10th of July note, which was filed in deference to my lord's direction that it should be one comprehensive note. Where I say, Milord, correct. Flame blare. Written submissions, para 2, systemic failure.
Locate that number one.
There's one principal note, Milord, which we submitted 10th of July.
The heading reads as relevant list of dates.
No, written submissions which we have filed on 10th of July. It's a combined written submissions.
We have
It's a
not-
collated one, Milord. There are only two, I believe.
You replied yesterday for that note also.
Yes, you filed reply also to that note.
Yes, filed a
reply
to that note. Yes, yes.
Milord, there is one heading, systemic failure. So this compromised the sanctity of examination.
Question paper was circulated on Telegram channel.
That's right, Milord. Question paper was circulated on a Telegram channel one day prior to the scheduled examination on 4th of May 2024 at 12 a.m. This breach of security has raised significant concern regarding the integrity of the fairness of the examination process. Given the nature of social media and modern communication platform, it is impossible to accurately determine the full extent of leak and identify all beneficiaries. Information shared on social media spread rapidly and uncontrollably, reaching an extensive audience within a very short period. This phenomenon makes it extremely challenging to segregate the pinpoint the individuals who may have gained unfair advantage. Screen recording of a handle named Flame Blare. Lord, we have this video. Now, in response to this pleading, Lord, they have filed a written note yesterday. They don't talk about it. They don't comment on it.
See, the only thing is which you have to bear in mind as a matter of robust common sense, the idea of somebody who was doing this was not just to make a national charade of the NEET exam. People who are doing it were in it for money,
Correct, correct.
right?
That's right.
It was not people who wanted to sort of bring the whole exam into disrepute.
Correct.
What you would do to bring the whole exam into disrepute is to have a massive dissemination.
This became public
So
only after the
why would,
examination.
right? Somebody who was doing it admittedly, as the